Hello there, I'm Summer Gabrielle and welcome to Warwick Weekly. Last week we saw the first Student Council meeting of Term 2. There was a range of topics up for discussion, all in which the Student Council reaffirmed its commitment to free education. The meeting's crucial moment took place early on, with the Student Council, including sabbatical officers Ben Sundell and Ant Scott, restating their opposition to tuition fees. Several project fund bids were also pitched to the Council to be voted on for approval. These included a request for £200 from Bid X Warwick to create a Before I Die wall on Warwick campus, on which students will be able to write their personal aspirations to be displayed in a public space. Other movements discussed included Societies Officer Ant Scott's proposal to award Warwick Vietnamese Society £400 as opposed to their requested £100. The funding is essential for the Society's Vietnamese Cultural Night to be held at the Albany Theatre in Coventry. The Student Council also went on to discuss amendments to the regulations of all student meetings and lowering the costs of parking permits for undergraduate students. In contrast to the first Student Council meeting of Term 1, where discussion was dominated by support for staff strikes and the delays to the Student Union book sale, there were significantly fewer moments of controversy. Changes were also made to the Student Union body, as mature student Richard Smith was appointed to the new SU position of Lifelong Learning Officer, following a unanimous vote in favour of his election. Whilst Pam Walker was also made an honorary life member of the SU after 25 years of service as the Society's coordinator. The SU's Environment and Ethics Officer, Kate Bergstrom, commented, "It was really lovely to see Pam Walker made an honorary life member of the SU, with almost unanimous support for the motion." The meeting was brought to an abrupt close due to a packed agenda. However, Pam Walker remarked that it was always good to see a healthy debate concerning issues of student politics. Now then, new figures released by the Higher Education Statistic Agency showed that there was a 17% fall in the number of undergraduates beginning study at a UK university in 2012. The academic year 2012 to 2013 was the first year of higher education tuition fees, now set at £9,000 per year for EU students. Although the government had recognised the fall, they have also acknowledged that the demand for higher education has now recovered, with 2013 recording the highest number of students starting a year after the tuition increase. The Office for Fair Access has expressed particular anxiety at the 19% drop in part-time students in 2012, as they are more likely to come from disadvantaged backgrounds or are mature students interested in increasing their employability by upskilling. The NUS has articulated similar concern with this decrease, stating that it should be acknowledged as a crisis. The Department of Business speculated that 2012 was the first year that part-time students could receive a non-means tested tuition fees loan, meaning more students were now eligible to receive government support. A spokesperson added that application rates for some of the most disadvantaged have risen to an all-time high in England, and more students than ever before are being successful in securing a place at their first choice institution. With regards to international student numbers, the Higher Education Statistic Agency figures also revealed a 1% decline in non-EU students, a matter of concern for the NUS. Rachel Wenstone, NUS Vice President, commented, "For the first time ever, the total number of international students, while fundamental for the long-term financial and academic health of UK universities, has now dropped." Warwick University has also engaged in a £5.2 million project to improve road conditions and pedestrian safety around campus. The University and Coventry City Council launched the first phase of the Congestion Relief Scheme on January 6, 2014, which involves works on the junction of the A45 and Kenilworth Road. The second phase will concentrate on traffic reduction, improving facilities for pedestrian and cyclists around the university. The road improvements, of which the university has provided £3.5 million in funding, have resulted in major traffic problems during the peak hours and interruptions to some bus services. Managing Director of Stagecoach Midlands, Steve Bird, advised the board that Stagecoach Midlands will be undertaking some checks on the current running times on the U1 and U12 service via Kenilworth during the morning peak. Bird judged the traffic situation around campus is only causing intermittent delays to the bus services. However, he advised students to take into account the delays when planning their journey. The board asked some students to comment on the current roadworks. Vishal Manu, a second-year PPE undergraduate, observed that the traffic was dreadful and a detriment to his work, whereas Nathaniel Panda, a third-year PhD student, acknowledged that in the long term the delays are necessary, citing the end outcome will provide a more efficient junction, plus, importantly, a safer crossing for cyclists. Now then, Warwick University radio station Raw has announced that it will be hosting its annual charity event this term. The Marathon Strikes Back, a 100-hour broadcast. The non-stop broadcast will take place on week 5 between 12 p.m. on Monday and 4 p.m. on Friday. All Raw shows will be broadcasted live from the Piazza on Central Campus. The radio's charity broadcast last year raised more than £1,000 for the Coventry Syrians. This year there will be fundraising for the Cystic Fibrosis Trust. Amy Johnson, Raw Station Manager, expressed her enthusiasm for this year's event. She also expressed her confidence in the Raw DJs, some of whom will be doing night shifts. Students can make donations on Raw's Just Giving page, which can be found at justgiving.com/More Rawthon Strikes Back. You can check out more information on all our stories by visiting our website tv.warwick.ac.uk or our Facebook page www.facebook.com/WarwickTV.